Hey, welcome back to another episode of Historic Headstones of Norfolk. Yeah, I've been having a little bit of a problem saying historic headphones lately. This is my third try in this video. It's hilarious. All right, we're going to be talking about the Phelps brothers. We have William buried here, we have Norman buried there, and we have Earl buried there. They're all brothers, and they're all famous. We are in Riverside Cemetery here in Norfolk. We are in the Sunset section. It's way on the western part of the cemetery up against the fence. The Phelps brothers contributed to country music for many years, but are today perhaps relatively unknown. Little is known concerning the births, but they comprise in age order. Norman, Willie, and Earl. They were all born in Chesapeake. They had a natural singing harmony and all learned to play numerous instruments as youngsters. Usually Norman played bass fiddle, Willie played the guitar, which is Willie here, and Earl played the fiddle. There is a fiddle in his headstone over there. In the late 1920s, they formed a country band after performing locally for some years, and they relocated to New York. In 1936, they recorded 31 sites for Decca Records. All but 2 were listed as by Norman Phillips, Virginia Rounders. With the brothers being joined by King Card on the banjo and Stubby Stubb, the rhythm guitar, vocals were shared between Willie and Earl. And the material varied from the Dixieland, I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter, in the comedy Mimi the Mermaid, to country songs of the day such as Nobody's Darling. The other 2 were listed as Earl and Willie Phelps, with the card recorded Mother and Dad and Please Take Me Back to My Darling. They also played the WHN Barn Dance, where they became friendly with Tex Ritter and later appeared with him in Hollywood and B-Western movies. Back then, B-Western movies were huge. In the 1930s, the 3 brothers plus Card joined with Ray Whitley to play as the Range Ramblers, and later recorded with Whitley when he renamed the band the 6 Bar Cowboys. They also appeared in films with Whitley and George O'Brien. In 1955, they made recordings, 12 of which appeared 2 years later on the WREN label. On these, the brothers were accompanied by different musicians that included Cliff Gallup, who later achieved fame as the lead guitarist of Gene Vincent's Blue Caps. After they ended their film work, they returned to South Norfolk, which is now Chesapeake, and founded Fernwood Farms, where they built a recording studio and a large dance hall where they performed for many years. In the 50s, they became popular stars on the WCMS Hampton Roads. They wrote many songs, between them including I'm Beginning to Forget About You, later a hit for Jim Reeves. Sorry about the noise. We are right along Indian River, and it's a really busy road even this early in the morning. All right. The Chesapeake Museum presents an annual Phelps Brothers Country Music Collection Expedition and concert to remember their lives and careers of the brothers. Every year, Cattle Records in Germany released 2 vinyl albums, one containing some of the 1936 Decca sides and the other recordings from 1955. In 1998, German Bronco Buster label, I did not know Germany had a country western label, released a CD containing 27 recordings, 10 as Virginia Rounders from the 30s, 450 vocals by Earl Phelps, and 1350 vocals by Willie, including 6 previously unissued recordings. There's also a gossip album of the brothers on Trinity Records. All the brothers are buried right here next to each other in Riverside, and they actually helped build the roots for country western music, and no one's heard of them. So this was Williams we just saw. Be careful here, the goose are laying bombs everywhere. Norman's buried here. He died in 1981, right there. All right. And then here's Earl's grave with his fiddle. And they're all buried with their wives. William's wife is still alive. But they're the Phillips. So if you come to Riverside Cemetery, come to Sunset section. They're right along the road here towards the middle of the section. They would love to have visitors. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you at the next episode.